And a good evening, everyone, and welcome to Eagles Stadium in Hudsonville for tonight's OK Red battle between the Hudsonville Eagles and the Rockford Rams. Hi, everybody. I'm Kurt Wilson on our partnership broadcast here tonight from the Hudsonville Athletic Department and WCET-TV. Glad to have you along tonight. Mitchell Norris on graphics, Ben Grosclose on stats, and this should be a whale of a football game here tonight between the two rivals in the OK Red. Rockford, as always, comes in with a sterling record. They are 6-0 overall, 4-0 in conference play, and they are ranked third in the state in Division I football. Hudsonville, meanwhile, has won 2 in a row. The Eagles have played some darn good football and probably are the best 2 and 4 team in the state of Michigan. They have had the toughest schedule going. Started out with the non-conference losses at Saline and Orchard Lake St. Mary's, two teams that are outstanding. And then they went through the gamut of two of the top teams in the league in Granville and Caledonia before bouncing back the last 2 weeks with wins over West Ottawa and Jenison a week ago in a 38-0 whitewashing of Jenison. So not only did the offense continue to put points on the board like they have all season long, but the defense pitched a shutout last week as well. So the Eagles come in on a high. The Rams come in again 6-0 and in a deadlock with Caledonia for first place in the OK Red. Now, as we start looking ahead in terms of playoffs, with only 3 weeks remaining for both of these teams, obviously Rockford is going to make it into the playoffs. They're going to be one of the top teams in terms of playoff seeding as well. They'll get a home game to start things off. But the OK Red is well represented right now in the top 32 teams in the Division I standings, with the Rockford, Caledonia, Granville, and East Kentwood all right now would make the playoffs if the playoffs started today. So 4 teams would represent. So Hudsonville with a grand opportunity here tonight to go against one of the top teams in Division I to try to knock off the Rams. And it will be Hudsonville getting the football first. The Rams are going to kick things off as we get things started here at Eagle Stadium. Good crowd on hand here tonight. Again, the Hudsonville student section well represented, and they are wearing red and surfing tonight down below us here in the press box as the Eagles get set to grab the kickoff from Jackson Burkhalter. And it's going to get away at the 10-yard line, but picked up at the 7, across the 10 into the 12 or 13-yard line. So a little mishap on the kickoff return, but the Eagles will start out 1st and 10. They will be led by quarterback Trey Carr. The senior has had himself an outstanding senior season. Carr has connected on 69 of 127 passes for 1,046 yards, 8 touchdowns, 6 picks, and he has also run for over 400 yards, 67 attempts for 432 rushing yards and 7 scores. He'll line up with Bain right beside him, and it's a quarterback keeper right up the middle, and he will get up near the 20-yard line. Good gain on a first down carry for Trey Carr. Let's take a look at those starting lineups for the Hudsonville Eagles. And there you see the offensive line of Roberts, Denhoff, Hansen, Decline, Steigenga. Dykstra will be the tight end as the Eagles bring the specialty players out to the near side. Handoff, nothing doing for Bain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and short. Those wide receivers, a good set of receivers with Elijah Vanderveen leading the way. Carson Dykstra. Brad Reardon also will catch some passes from Trey Carr. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 from the 19. Trips formation to the near side for Hudsonville. Opening drive here in the opening quarter as the Eagles go right to left and try to keep possession here against the Rams defense. Carr looking over to the near sideline, checking in with head coach Brent Sandee as he gets the play call in, and he's ready to go. His first pass of the game. Steps back, throws to the sideline. Wide open! It's caught by Vanderveen at the 40, to the 45-50. In cut to the 45-40. 35, out cut to the 30. Loses the football, out of bounds. It'll still be the Eagles football. What a play for Eli Vanderveen. A big gainer on a third down play. Boy, he was absolutely wide open. Nobody near him. All the way down to the 24-yard line. Big gainer. Over 50 yards on the play from Carr to Vanderveen. Perfectly thrown ball, 1st and 10 from the 24, and the Eagles are in business. Carr will give his receivers a breather here, looking over to the sideline to get the play in. Just under 10 minutes to play, opening quarter. Carr is going to keep it right side, not a whole lot there. Let's take a look at that defense for the Rockford Rams. Schaus, Tomasco, and Stauffer, the front three for the Rams. The linebackers, Seagard, Beeson, Ahern, and Weston. And the secondary of Poot, Hoke, Bosher, and Harvey. Seagard and Beeson, the linebackers, are really good ones. Beeson, an all-conference performer a year ago. Gain of a couple of yards, 2nd down, 8 from the 22. And again, another keeper. And a short gain, it'll bring up another 3rd down. Yeah, you can go back into the days of yore in football, and one of the things that you do to try to keep a good offense from scoring points against you is to keep them off the field. Long drives, time off the clock, and even though this drive has not been long in terms of minutes at this time, this will be the second 3rd down upcoming for Hudsonville. This will be 3rd down and 5. Ball is at the 19-yard line. They'll line up with Carr. Bain standing next to him. Carr to throw. In the pocket. Throws outside. And it's going to be a catch made down near the 10-yard line. That was a well-thrown ball to Mason Dykstra. Boy, that had to be perfectly thrown because Dykstra was covered pretty well. And that'll move the chains. 1st down. That was a totally different throw than the throw we saw to Vanderveen. That one had to be threaded right into the 8 and the 0 of Dykstra, and it was right there. Nicely done for Carr and Dykstra to keep this drive alive. Clock ticking, 8:10 remaining, opening quarter, scoreless game, but the Eagles marching it down the field. Drew Bain, the running back, standing next to Carr. Bain will get the call. Gets hit at the line, but still is going to scoot ahead inside the 10 to the 9. Bain missed the first couple of games, but since becoming a starter, he has become the workhorse in the backfield. 36 carries for just under 200 yards. 3 touchdowns scored for the senior Drew Bain this season. Gain of 2, 2nd down, 8. Connor Brintnall, sophomore, is also going to be lined up in a slot to the left. Play action. Throw into the deep part of the end zone. It's going to be in and out of the hands of the receiver. Then the deep right corner. That was intended for Reardon. Pretty well played by the secondary of Rockford. And for the 3rd time on this drive, it will be a 3rd down and pretty long. This will be 3rd down and 8. Clock stops, 7:18 remaining. Opening quarter. And each time on 3rd down, the Eagles have converted. And it's going to be up the middle, and it's going to be a run from Carr. He plows toward the end zone. He gets close. He's going to be stopped just short, and it's going to be really close to the 1st down. He needed to get to the 1. The spot shows that he did. It'll be a 1st down and goal to go. Boy, what a great drive. The Eagles have been able to convert on all of their 3rd down conversions. They've been all 3rd down and longs. This time they don't go to the air. They go to the ground game of Trey Carr. And now they're knocking on the door. 1st and goal to go. Trying to cap off a long drive with a score. The snap from shotgun. Carr's going to keep it, and it gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Hudsonville. Oh, my goodness, what a drive. That was impressive. They converted on 3 long third downs on the drive. Carr's able to run it in from 1 yard out, but that doesn't tell the story of that drive that started deep in their own end after a fumbled kickoff. They just never gave up and continued to confidently move it down the field. A 10-play drive, and the extra point is on the way, and it is good. Well, that will give the Eagles a whole lot of confidence against a third-ranked team in Division I. A 10-play drive, 3 third-down conversions, 2 by pass and 1 by a quarterback keeper. And we'll never know if they would have had to go for it on 4th down or would have on any of those attempts once they got it down into Ram territory. But that was impressive. So 7-0 Hudsonville. Again, the Eagles coming off a 38-0 home win over Jenison a week ago. That was after a road win at West Ottawa, 35-14. But now they're going to be going up against a Rockford offense that's a little bit different. It's a Rockford offense that hasn't been slowed down by anybody this season up to this point. The Eagles will kick it off. A short kick taken at the 18-yard line up to the 20, the 25, to the near sideline to the 30 and out of bounds. McLean with the return for Rockford. And we will see the Rockford Rams offense for the very first time.
Ball will be spotted at the Ram 35-yard line, 1st and 10 for Rockford.
Rams coming off a 37-14 win over Grandville a week ago. And we remember when Grandville came here, Grandville's offense was running on all cylinders that night. And before the Rams can run a play, the officials have stopped play for a moment. Hudsonville with a 7-0 lead after taking the opening drive down and knocking it in the end zone on a 1-yard run from Trey Carr. Well, Mac Vandenhout is the quarterback. He's a senior. First year as a quarterback, a year ago he was a wide receiver on, again, a very potent Rockford offense. They'll throw it around. They really split the wideouts, and there is a first pass, first down play that will go for 11 yards and a first down. It goes to McLean, the senior wideout. They will spread the field. McLean will grab a lot of passes from Vandenhout. Brody Thompson, number 7, will. Jonathan Rohan Blanton will. They'll spread it around. Gain of 11, 1st and 10 from the 46. Vandenhout from the shotgun. Ryan Ahern is the running back. He's a junior. Going to pass on 1st down. Tosses it out to the flat to the left side. That's McLean again. Puts his head down, gets across the 50 into Hudsonville territory. Out of bounds at the 48. That's what this offense will do. They'll just get it out to those playmakers in space and let them do their thing. Here's another throw, McLean. He's going to come to the near sideline. Nice job defensively by the Eagles. Chase Cholik, the safety, coming up from his defensive position and making a nice, solid stop. So it'll be 3rd down and 3. Ball's at the 47-yard line. Two wideouts to the far side. Go to the ground game. Ahern gets outside of the 45 to the 41st down and will be rustled out of bounds over near the 35. So a 1st down for Rockford. as the junior Ahern gets his first carry and the first down. As you can see, the Rockford Rams do not take a whole lot of time. They know what they want to do. They get up there and they do it in a hurry. Trips formation near side on 1st and 10 from the Hudsonville 35. Vandenhout to throw. All sorts of time. Over the middle, caught inside the 20-yard line. That's a wide open Joseph Pitch, the senior. Normally an 81 will tell you he's a tight end, but they list him as a wide receiver. Pitch with the big connection, and the Rams in a hurry have it down inside the 15-yard line to the 14. 1st and 10, Klain in motion. Going to hand it to him to the left side on the jet sweep, and he will be taken out of bounds near the 10. Gain of 3. Yeah, make it 4. 2nd down and 6. 4.5 minutes to play. Opening quarter. Hudsonville 7 and Rockford nothing. Vandenhout with Ahern standing to his right. This time the quarterback will look over to the sideline to change the play. And he looks to throw. Pressure coming up the middle. He'll tuck it and run to the sideline. Pretty good hit as he gets knocked out of bounds inside the 10. Rosen on the stop. 3rd down and 5. Well, if you're Hudsonville, you probably know that you're going to have to stop them twice. They're in the situation where they probably are going for it on 4th down if they don't get it on 3rd with the offense that the Rams have been able to show all season long. Trips formation near side, single receiver left. He'll come in motion to the near side. They're going to run motion to this near side. Vandenhout's going to keep it and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. So Vandenhout, and he had a convoy leading him into the end zone. So that didn't take long. A little less than 3 minutes elapsing off the clock for Rockford to roll it on down. Vandenhout with the touchdown run. They will try to tie the game with the extra point that is on the way, and it is good from Burkholder. And it is 7-7. So just like that, both offenses showing what they can do here in the opening quarter. Each offense putting a 7 spot on the board here at Eagle Stadium. It is 7-7. Well, when you look at these two teams and the history between these two teams, and there is a lot of it, even though Rockford has won 9 of the last 10 meetings, there have been some dandies, including last year's 21-16 game. Rockford won it by 5 a year ago. And by the way, Rockford has the state record right now, 27 straight years they have made the playoffs. Kickoff goes into the end zone. So the Eagles will have good field position to start off this drive after their opening drive actually started pretty deep in their own territory. The two teams did not meet during the 2020 season in the regular season, but they did meet in the playoffs. And Rockford won that game pretty handily, 42-7. In 2019, it was a close game, 17-7. In 2018, it was 13-7. So these two teams have played very close games in 3 of the last 4 meetings. And right now we are tied at 7-7. Carr with a 1st and 10 from his own 20. Looks to throw, but nothing there. He's going to tuck it and run. Good job of getting some yardage out of what looked to be nothing as he spins out of the pending tackle, gets across the 25 to the 26. Gain of 6. Bring up 2nd down and 4.
For the Eagles.
Perfect fall football night here in Hudsonville. Big old moon up above. Trees are starting to turn. Winter coats on most of the folks. Carr again, this one a design quarterback keeper. Dives toward the 30-yard line. He just needs the 30 to get the first down. And they give it to him. They will move the chains. 1st and 10 for Hudsonville.
1st and 10 on the Hudsonville 30.
Clock ticking under the 3-minute mark here in the opening quarter. We are tied at 7. Carr with a 1-yard touchdown run. Vanderhout, his counterpart on the other side, with the touchdown run for Rockford. Near side, caught right at the 30-yard line, so not much of a gain. He's immediately brought down. Robertson on the receiving end. Now they're going to give him a little bit of forward progress. Give him to the 32, so a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. On that opening drive, a big connection with Vanderveen. Got him out of their own end. Then a nice 3rd down conversion to the tight end Dykstra. Got them close to the goal line. Handoff to Bain, right side. Sticks his head in there and gets across the 35 to the 36. So far in this opening quarter, Carr has accounted for all but 4 of the Eagles' yards. Again, running the ball and throwing the ball. A lot of the game plan shows that the Eagles think that they can run up the middle against this Rockford defense with that quarterback draw. Carr back to throw. Flushed out. Throws the sideline. It's going to be incomplete. Had a man out there that was open. Robertson just couldn't handle it. And it's going to bring up a 4th down. So the first time in this game for either team that we see a 4 on the stick across the way. And Hudsonville does bring out the punting team. Isaac Poot is awaiting the punt back at about the 35. That's going to be a good kick. It's going to take a Hudsonville bounce, and everybody moves away, and they will let it trickle on down to the 20. That works out pretty good for Hudsonville. And here comes the Rockford offense again, that pretty much had their way in a under 3-minute drive the first time they had the football. Vandenhout, Ahern, 2 in the backfield, trips left. He's looking that way. Again, the swing pass. 1 missed tackle, but the second tackle wasn't missed, and that's exactly what you've got to do if you're Hudsonville's defense. You've got to wrap up immediately on those speed demons on the outside. No gain on the play. 2nd down. Ahern takes the handoff, and he gets hit. Just a yard gain to the 21. So Rockford will have themselves a 3rd down and long. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 22. 30 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Vandenhout looking to the sideline to get the play. The 3rd and 8 play for the Rockford Rams from the Hudsonville Well, he's going to roll out. Can he outrun the defenders? Throws it back across, and a diving attempt for a catch. And they do rule it a catch, and that will be a first down. Pitch with the reception. The guy who is the tight end number, but it's a wide receiver, and he came a long ways across, and that's going to be the end of the opening quarter, and it ends on a third down and long conversion for Rockford. So after one quarter of play here in Hudsonville, it's Hudsonville 7 and Rockford 7 here on the Hudsonville Sports Network.
FlooringChoice.com to begin. Sprinkle Donut Shops, not only family-owned bakery, but also the product of a man who dedicated his life to making the best quality donuts. R&M Manufacturing, LLC, metal design, semi-trailer fabrication, standard fabrication, and all our work is warranted. Call us for a free consultation. The Lighting Corner, your trusted source for lighting fixtures, home accents, and more. Be sure to shop online or visit now at the Lighting Corner. Mercantile Bank. As your local bank with Hudsonville employees, we want to support our community. Let us help you with your mortgage needs. Beachster Travel. The Hudsonville Eagle official family travel concierge. Hudsonville High School football tonight, vacation tomorrow. Western American Mailers, located right here in West Michigan, servicing and supplying businesses with all their printing, mailing, and fulfillment needs since 1958.
Here we go, second quarter in a 7-7 deadlock. First down and 10 for Rockford as they flip-flop the field. They're going to run the speed option to the near side, but no pitch. Going to be a keeper for Vandenhout. He's going to be rustled out of bounds.
Met up there first by number 10,
just across the 40 to the 42. Vandenhout, by the way, in the opening quarter, 6 of 6 through the air for 53 yards. He also has the touchdown for Rockford on the ground from 9 yards out. Second down and 6. Ahern gets the handoff. Across the 45, will be about a yard shy of the first down.
Stopped in there by number 6, Reardon. Third down and 1 for the Rams.
And the Rams no huddle. A lot of speed tempo with their offense. Get a lot of offensive plays in. Third and 1. McLean in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Vandenhout will keep it. Gets hit from behind. Gets the first down barely.
Vandenhout on the quarterback keeper.
So a gain of a yard and a half when they needed 1 yard.
56, Brody Parker.
Parker with the stop. But that will move the chains. Well, wait a minute. There is a yellow hanky in the middle of the field, right in the Eagle insignia near the 48-yard line. Let's see what that's all about.
Foul. Illegal block below the waist. Defense number 56. It'll be 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Wow, an illegal block. And that's a big walk-off, 15-yard penalty. That gives the Rams a lot of real estate as they move it down into Hudsonville territory.
Ball now spotted at the Hudsonville 37. First and 10.
7-7 ball game. Rockford with the ball and a first and 10. Vandenhout to throw. Lots of time. Rolling out to the near side, skipping out to the near side. Now he throws it. It's going to be caught inside the 30-yard line. Get a lot of time for his receivers to get open. Pitch with the reception, his second of the ball game.
Number 44, Joshua Rosen for Hudsonville. First down for the Rams.
Rosen coming up to put the stop on him, but not before another first down for the Rams. First and 10. Ball at the 23. McLean in motion. They'll hand it to Ahern. Gets away from an ankle tackle. Will not get away from the next tackle as Rosen comes in
Ahern, your ball
to
carrier.
put him down.
Stop there by number 44, Rosen.
No gain on the play. So the Eagles doing a pretty good job against the running game at this point.
For Rockford.
But they haven't been able to get a whole lot of pressure on Vandenhout when he has gone back into the pocket to throw, which has given those receivers a whole lot of time to run their routes and then improvise after. Actually, a loss on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11. Here comes the blitz, but it's picked up. Vandenhout going deep into the end zone, and it is going to be knocked away. Incomplete. That was played well in the end zone.
Broken up there by
Reardon with the stop for the Eagles, knocking that football away from the intended receiver in the end zone. So 3rd and 11. 9:53 remaining, second quarter. Rockford has a pretty good field goal kicker. They're probably in the range of Burkholder. They have kicked some field goals this season. Would they go for it on a 4th down here? Or we'll see. Hudsonville would love to get a stop and see if that is an option. It's going to be a screen pass and a nice tackle made here on the near sideline. Eagles read it well.
Pass. Complete.
That was Mason Dykstra who sniffed it out, came up and was able to stop him.
4th down.
So a very short gain, a gain of a yard. So 4th and 10. And they're going to keep the offense on the field. Big play for the Hudsonville defense. 4th and 10 from the 23. Vandenhout back to throw to the far flat. Caught and then dropped. Great big hit. And that was a big 4th down stop.
Pass
that was Sumrall who came up and put a big hit on it. Defensively, he played it perfectly. Just stayed with the receiver, was able to put the hit on as the ball arrived, and that was a nice defensive stop, exactly what the Eagles needed.
Ball will be spotted at the Eagle 23-yard line.
So the Hudsonville offense will come back onto the field after getting a stop and a drive that looked like it was going to be helped along by that 15-yard penalty, but the Eagles were able to stiffen up and stop the drive. We're still knotted up at 7 at the 9:09 mark here the second quarter. Carr again with the keeper, and he is going to be pushed ahead across the 25 to the 26.
Carr on the quarterback keeper.
So no doubt about it, the game plan has a lot of Trey Carr keepers. They see something on the interior of that defense that they like, that they feel that they can get some pretty good yardage. And if you can do that on 1st down, if you can get those 4, 5, and 6 yards, you do it. You take it against a defense like this. Keep the drives going. Get on the opening drive that the Eagles scored. They had 3 long 3rd downs that they converted on. Trips formation. Hand off to Baines. He's at the 30, the 35, the 40, to the 45-yard line.
Drew Bain, your ball carrier.
Drew Bain with a little shiftiness.
For the Rams, Isaac Poot. 1st down for the Eagles.
Carr, by the way, 32 yards on the ground in 8 carries to lead Hudsonville. And a 1st down carry for Bain, so on the ground. Carr and Bain showing off and keeping the sticks moving for the home team. Ball marked at the 45, and the officials call timeout. The timeout called by Rockford. So the Rams called timeout to talk things over. Hudsonville's offense doing some nice ththings here in the ground game on this 3rd drive of the game.
Also, Jets Pizza of Hudsonville.
You just tuned in. The Eagles took the opening drive,
there is no doubt that
took a long drive inside their 20-yard line, connected on 3 3rd down conversions, All three were long conversions as well. The big play in there was a Trey Carr to Eli Vanderveen pass that went for over 50 yards. It ended with a Trey Carr 1-yard run. Made it 7-0 after the extra point. The Rams came right back. Vanderhout with a 9-yard touchdown run on a drive that lasted just a couple of minutes. Tied it up at 7-all. Hudsonville got it back, had to punt it away. But the following Rockford drive was stopped on a 4th down play. So after the timeout, Eagles with a 1st down. Carr back to throw to the near sideline, caught at the 40-yard line and out of bounds to the 35. Vanderveen.
Pass complete to Vanderveen.
That is a timing play. Carr threw it long before Vanderveen had even made the break. He knew where Vanderveen was going to be, and these two guys have made that throw many, many times and have practiced that throw many, many more. Outstanding throw from Carr. Vanderveen wide open. 1st down and 10, Hudsonville at the 33-yard line. Handoff to Bain. He's open, 25, the 20, the 15. Still on his feet down near the 10.
Drew Bain, your ball carrier.
Drew Bain finding some open holes here on this drive.
For the Eagles.
How about the right side of that offensive line? Decline Steigenga.
11-yard line.
And the pulling guard, Denhoff and Hansen. Eagles with an outstanding drive. Only the one pass so far. 1st down at the 11. They can get a 1st down at the 1. Carr fakes the handoff, will keep it himself. Stumbles forward inside the 9, maybe to the 8-yard line.
Stopped there by number 50 for the
That'll
Rams.
keep the clock rolling. 7:02 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. We are deadlocked at 7-7.
2nd down and 8 for the Eagles.
2nd and 8 for Hudsonville. Bain has had 2 big runs here in this drive. But again, it's going to be Carr with the keeper. Not much, just a yard or so.
Carr on the quarterback.
After the timeout, it looked like the Rams have changed their strategy a bit. They've got the spy on Carr, and looks like they're kind of selling out and making sure that somebody is always rushing in to make sure Carr has somebody to have a body on him. So 3rd down and 7 from the 8. The 1st down is at the 1. Big play here. Carr with Bain to his left from the gun. Carr fakes the handoff toward Vanderveen in the end zone. It's incomplete and no flags. Vanderveen was wrestling over there in the end zone with Austin Harvey. Harvey had pretty good position in front.
4th down and 7.
And that's going to leave it to a 4th and 7 field goal attempt. Carr is going to be the holder. Munoz for a field goal attempt. 25-yard attempt from the near hash. Snap is good. Kick is on the way, and it is good.
Dykstra on the snap, Carr on the hold. Munoz.
So a 25-yard field goal for Munoz.
5:51 remaining in the 1st half.
And Hudsonville grabs the lead 10-7.
7.
Well, obviously they wanted to get 6 or 7 on the board, but they'll take 3 and grab the lead.
Football masterpiece transportation.
Especially after the last time the defense was on the field, they have to be feeling pretty good about themselves. They made some really nice plays.
Best Buy,
after it looked like the Rams were going to have themselves a chance to go down and get some points. Some nice open field tackles.
Sunday, Glen Eagle Golf Course, and get empowered.
That really goes back to a whole lot of listening to the coaches all week in practice. Stay where you need to be. Make sure you're making a wrap-up tackle, and on that last drive, the Eagles really did a good job of it. So 10-7 Hudsonville, 5:51 remaining here in the second. Rams have 2 men back. Rohan Blanton and McLean are the 2 deep men.
Munoz set to kick off for Hudsonville.
Munoz will tee it up at the 40-yard line and kick it away. Rohan Blanton at the 15. Uh-oh, watch out. The 25-30. Big hole up the middle of the 40 to the 50 and into Hudsonville territory at the 45.
Lockwood returns the kickoff for the
That
Rams.
was pretty easy. It opened up in a hurry.
27, Connor Britnall.
Rohan Blanton was able to use his speed to go right up the gut.
Rockford will take over.
And Rockford will have great field position to start this drive.
45-yard line.
So the Eagles defense again will be tested, starting in their own end. McLean in motion, Vandenhout going to run the speed option. He's going to pitch it to Ahern. Ahern gets hit at the 40 and bounces ahead. Pretty nice gain on first down. Gets an 8-yard chunk.
Stop there by number 13, Summerall for Hudsonville.
Summerall coming up
gained on that play.
in run support.
2 for the Rams.
2nd down and 2 for Rockford. And again, they'll run it. McLean to the near side on the jet sweep. Now he tries to reverse field. Nowhere to go. Eagles read that one well.
McLean, your ball carrier.
Millward, the linebacker, came up.
Millward for Hudsonville.
Made the stop. 10-7 Hudsonville. 5 minutes remaining, second quarter.
3rd down and 2.
Third and 2 for the Rockford Rams. And a quarterback keeper, watch out, he gets into the secondary and he gets the first down easily inside the 25.
Stop there by number 80.
Mark him at the 24. Move the chains.
First down for the Rams. 1st and 10 from the Hudsonville 24.
Rockford 5.5 yards per carry so far. Far under their normal output. They'll have to continue to make those tackles. That last run, pretty good by Vandenhout. This one, Ahern will get it down to the 16-yard line. Be 2nd down and 2.
8 yards gained, 2nd down and 2.
Eagles lead them 10-7. The Rams on the drive, and a flag comes in. There's some movement on the defensive side.
Dead ball, offsides, defense number 13.
Yeah, that'll cost Hudsonville 5 yards.
Result of the play, 1st down.
So move the sticks, 1st down and 10. Or is it 1st and goal? Nope, it's 1st and 10, just outside the 10. So they can get a 1st down just inside the 1. Vandenhout with a lot of receivers out there. He gets it to Thompson on the right side.
Vandenhout's pass.
He'll scoot down near the 7-yard line.
Taken down there by Reardon for Hudsonville.
So a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. 6 for the 1st down, 7 for the touchdown. 3:21 remaining on the second quarter clock. Rams again in a hurry. McLean in motion. Fake the handoff to him. Vandenhout up the middle, spinning into the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Rockford.
2nd rushing touchdown for Vandenhout.
For the Ram touchdown.
So an impressive drive, but it really started off with a kickoff return that got them great field position. Now they're going to line up for the extra point to try to take a 4-point lead. Extra point on the way, and it is good from Burkholder. So 3 minutes and 9 seconds remain for Hudsonville to try to go down and maybe grab a halftime lead. Rockford leading 14-10. Eagles have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. So plenty of time. Again, we saw Munoz with a pretty good leg. We can see if they can get down into some range for him, or we have seen the offense with some big plays. So 3:09, plenty of time. Maybe they can do similar to what the Rams did and get a nice kickoff return. And it's going to be taken at the 15-yard line. Out to the 20, the 25, and a pretty solid return. Out near the 30. Took just a few seconds off the clock, so 3:03 for Hudsonville.
Stop there by number 5.
Eagles down by 4.
Hudsonville will take over.
Now the last drive, the Eagles did a whole lot of their offensive production on the ground. They still have plenty of time. They can do just about anything with the playbook. They can run, they can throw it. Don't have to go to the pure air game at this point with all their timeouts remaining. And they won't. They'll put it on the ground to Bain, but not much there. He is met right at the line of scrimmage.
Drew Bain, your ball carrier.
Very short gain, maybe a couple of tough yards for Bain. Mark him at the 32, and clock runs, 2:42 remaining. Carr looks over to the near sideline, the play being sent in. And again, the clock is running. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Carr fakes the handoff. Throw to the near flat, caught at the 40-yard line, still on his feet to the 45, and a flag comes in. Might be a face mask added to the back end of this.
Complete to Reardon.
That's Reardon on the receiving end, and it might be some more yards added to the end of this. And if that's the case, Eagles are going to be in pretty good business here with 2:13 remaining before halftime.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 25. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Yeah, so add 15 yards to that on the personal foul face mask. So the Eagles with a golden chance now. 2:13 and their allotment of timeouts remaining. So plenty of time. Again, the playbook's wide open still with all those timeouts. Ball at the 36-yard line. Handoff to Bain. Starts left, tries to gain a couple of extra yards after contact. Get down to the 33-yard line.
Number 4, Stauffer.
Now they still have the timeouts to use. They don't use one here. Clock runs 1:45 after a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Now the other thing that Hudsonville wants to do is make sure that there are zeros on the clock after this drive is done. You don't want to let Rockford have the ball back with any time. So this is one of those where you want to score and leave goose eggs. Play action. Carr, deep ball, near sideline, broken up on the sideline inside the 10-yard line, incomplete.
Reardon.
Reardon
Ball's incomplete.
Had one-on-one coverage on the sideline.
By number 22, Lewis Bosher.
Bosher on coverage, and it's third down.
Third down and 7 for the
Third
Eagles.
and 7 from the 33. Clock stopped at 1:20. Eagles will stick with that lone running back. That's Bain. Carr on a quarterback keeper up the middle. The 30, 25, first down to the 20-yard line. That'll keep the drive alive. That's the quarterback draw, the step back, and then go straight forward. That has worked most of this game, and there's the timeout. Nice job of clock management with 1:13 remaining, using the timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Jeep Cherokee parked in front of our team locker rooms that need to be
Rockford
moved.
with the 4-point lead, but Hudsonville driving and a chance to maybe grab the lead before halftime.
License plate number DNY 8400. That Jeep needs to be moved immediately.
Well, if you're the Hudsonville Eagles, you have to feel pretty good about both sides of the football here tonight. You're taking on a team that just doesn't lose. They have had back-to-back undefeated regular seasons.
Maple Hill Golf, OHUB,
They are undefeated in this regular season.
Hudsonville Lanes, Sarah's Pizza.
They have 27 straight years that they have made the playoffs, the Rockford Rams. Their last losing season was 1994 when they were 3-6. And the Eagles playing right with them. First down and 10. So after the timeout, again, 2 timeouts remaining, 1:13 on the clock. Ball is at the 21-yard line. Trips near side. Carr is going to look this way. Then he goes over the middle. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line, but immediately dropped right there.
Complete to number 14, Robertson.
Robertson with the catch. Clock will run. Still a ton of time. That's a first down. It's first and goal inside the 10. So mark it at the 9. Clock runs 57 seconds remaining before halftime. Trips formation near side. And a timeout is called by Rockford.
Timeout, Rockford.
So Rockford will use their second timeout of the half. That'll stop the clock at 50 seconds. I guess this could really be for 2 reasons. One is to get the defense in that you want against the next play. The other would be, well, maybe we'll save a couple of seconds just in case they score with the high-powered offense that the Rams have. Trey Carr with 126 yards through the air here in the opening half. And again, with his legs, he has, we know, over 50 yards so far. So he is gaining closer and closer to 200 yards of total offense in the opening half. But he would like to get about 9 more right here and give his team the opportunity to go into the locker room with the lead. First and goal to go from the 9. Bain will be the back. Trips to the near side. Vanderveen is the widest of the 3. Roll out, throw into the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Hudsonville!
Touchdown, Hudsonville.
Reardon with the catch. It was a bullet from Carr.
Reardon for the Eagle touchdown.
What a drive for the Eagles to grab the lead with 45 seconds remaining here in the second. So Carr to Reardon. 9-yard touchdown pass. Munoz in to attempt the extra point to make it a 3-point Eagles lead. Snap is good. Pressure on. He gets the kick away, and the kick is good.
Dykstra on the snap. Carr on the hold. Ian Munoz. Extra point is good.
So 17-14.
45 seconds.
Hudsonville leading with 45 seconds.
Hudsonville
That's still a lot of
17,
time. One timeout, 45
Rockford
seconds.
14.
And we know what Rockford did on the last kickoff. They took it into Hudsonville territory. So this half obviously is still not over, but a great drive for the Eagles. They did everything they wanted to do except get the goose eggs on the clock heading into the locker room. But they'll take it. Great drive, 7 points. They were helped out by a face mask penalty that added on after a nice connection from Trey Carr. Carr and Raridan hooking up from 9 yards out for the score. 17-14 Eagles. So McLean and Rohan Blanton again are deep. It was Rohan Blanton who took the last one right up the middle.
Ian Munoz set to kick off for
And ended up in Hudsonville territory at about the 45. Hudsonville has 100 more offensive yards than Rockford in this game. Rohan Blanton at the 15, to the 20, to the 25. Watch out, to the 30. To the 35, sideline to the 40. He does have another outstanding run.
Jack Lockwood returns the kickoff for Rockford.
So 37 seconds remaining.
15, Jack Zeiderveen for Hudsonville. 1st and 10 for the Rams.
And the Rams do have pretty good field position. We'll see how the Eagles play it defensively. Well, a lot of people will play a prevent, but some people say that prevents you from winning. So we'll see how this goes. Vandenhout, keeper. Oh, he is smothered right at the line.
Vandenhout on the quarterback keeper.
No gain on the play.
47, Ethan
And
Carter.
a timeout called by Rockford. That'll be their final.
Their last and final timeout of the half.
So one more of those quarterback stops
Athletic
might be
training
the end of the
services for
half.
all Hudsonville High School athletic events are provided in cooperation with the
17-14
Orthopedics and
Hudsonville.
Sports Medicine. As our
31
preferred
ticks to
provider of
play,
sports
opening half
medicine services, this
here at Eagle
experienced
Stadium.
team treats all phases of our sports injuries, ranging from sprains to strains to complex ligament reconstruction. To learn more about Spectrum Health Sports Medicine, please visit
So the scoring has
spectrumhealth.org
been
and
a
search
seesaw
for
tonight.
Sports Medicine program.
Hudsonville scored
Also, we'd
first
like
to
to
lead at 7-0.
Shout out
Rockford
to our
came back to
athletic
tie it
trainers,
7-all.
Mariah and Tyler.
Eagles kicked a field goal to make it 10-7. Rams with a touchdown to make it 14-10 Rockford. And then Hudsonville back with the touchdown. That's where we stand. Hudsonville 17 and Rockford 14. So Vandenhout with a 2nd down and 10 now from his own 45. Eagles are showing blitz. Are they going to bring some pressure? They do bring a little pressure. Deep ball middle, incomplete.
Vandenhout's pass intended for Ahern falls incomplete.
Used about 6 seconds, down to 25 ticks to play here in the half.
Third down and 10 for the
Bring up
Rams.
a 3rd down and 10. Well, now you're Rockford. If you don't get the 1st down, are you going to leave a little time for Hudsonville? Yeah, they'll put it in the hands of one of their playmakers. McLean gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Does not get the 1st down, though. It'll bring up 4th down. He's a few yards shy with 20 seconds remaining. So a 4th down decision now.
The 50-yard line.
He might have made a mistake there. He might have wanted to go down and let the clock run out. But we shall see. So 4th and 5, and they're going to go for it. Thompson, one of the wideouts to the far side. McLean to the near side. And they're going to punt. Quick kick. And the Eagles will just let it roll, and it goes out of bounds on the far sideline. And unless there's a riverboat gambler on the near sideline, there's probably going to be a kneel down, and the Eagles will be very satisfied to go to the locker room with a lead. Or do you have that one gadget play that you've just been waiting to run all year long, that maybe now's the time to throw the wrinkle? You're quite a ways deep in your own end. Probably not. No, they're going to do that old, halftime formation. It's not a victory. It's just a don't fumble the football formation. And there it is, the kneel down. And that will run out the clock here in the first half. Well, how about that? Entertaining first half. The home team's going to feel pretty good heading to the locker room with both sides of the football. They have shown that they have been able to run it. They have had some pretty good pass plays, some big plays through the air. And the defense has been able to wrap up and make the tackles when they've needed to against a very speedy and really good Rockford Rams offense.
In the past 15 years,
we are at halftime, and some of the halftime statistics in the 17-14 Hudsonville lead in the locker room. The Eagles offense has been pretty darn solid, and there you see it. Over 100 more yards for Hudsonville in the first half. 242 yards to 140 plus for Rockford. And so far, the Eagles have been able to do it pretty good in terms of balance in the rushing and passing. Over 100 rushing yards, a lot of that coming from Carr early, but then Bain got some pretty good runs in the latter stages of that opening half. And then the time of possession, Eagles doing a nice job with about 4 or 5 minutes more. So outstanding first half for the Hudsonville Eagles. And they will go to the locker room, rest up a bit, and come back out. They know that they are going to be in for one heck of a second half battle here against the Rockford Rams. We're at halftime. It's Hudsonville 17 and Rockford 14. You are watching the Hudsonville Sports Network.
Dad, is that okay?
And then he drops me and Tyler off at our house, right? And then we hang out with sleep all night.
That changes once you get home, you let us know.
Is it a sleepover? God bless
The
you.
parents talk.
Okay.
We'll get out. Play against Gunnison?
Here, I can lend you the food. You have a dog.
Amount of them. Missed last week.
We normally leave at halftime, but she's like, oh,
Hudsonville Marching Band presents their 2022 production titled Surf's Up.
From having to go to his sister's
All right. Enjoy the rest of the game. Thank you.
Tyler going with you?
I feel it getting colder by the
Oh, I
spell.
see you are.
Getting my blanket again.
are proud to present drum makers Reagan Hall, Bryce Boomstra, and the Hudsonville Marching Band.
Oh, pretzel with cheese.
Dave, get out to the beach boys, hide it around, right here on 103.5.
back over by mom.
This year's band is made up of 93 members. The 2022 drum majors are Reagan Hall and Bryce Boomstra. The band's next competition is on October 8th at Granville High School. The band would like to thank Pete's Auto Parts for their generous support this season. The band would also like to thank their parents, teachers, administrators, staff, boosters, and the community for their generous support throughout their season. For more information about Hudsonville Marching Bands, that is available at their website, hudsonvillebands.org. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight as our teams battle on the field, we'd like to take some time to recognize those who have sacrificed and battled for all of us by serving our country. The Hudsonville High School Student Council would like to take this time to honor all active and retired military personnel from both Hudsonville and Rockford. If you are currently serving or have served in any branch of the United States military, we ask you that you please now stand, if possible, so we can recognize the sacrifice that you have made on behalf of our country and every individual here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, located throughout the stands are members of the Hudsonville Student Council who will be collecting donations to be donated to the West Michigan Veterans Coalition. Again, if you can help make a donation toward that, we would greatly appreciate your support. Thank you for your support of this worthy cause. And again, let's give it up for our veterans here at Eagle Stadium. Hey, Hudsonville fans, don't forget, all of our games here at Eagle Stadium are streamed live on our YouTube page through our HUDL camera. You can look it up. The live stream is available at no cost to all our viewers here at the Hudsonville Athletics YouTube channel. Point to your app on your phone or your TV and be sure to look for Hudsonville Athletics YouTube. We're very excited to offer this service for our community and look forward to expanding it in the future. Be sure to check it out. We're going to have also camera at our main gym for all activities at Hudsonville High School. Be sure to check it out, Hudsonville Athletics YouTube channel.
Second half just about set to start here at Eagle Stadium in Hudsonville. Eagles leading Rockford 17-14. Some of the individual statistics in half number one. Trey Carr with a great first half. He threw for 135 yards and 1 touchdown. He ran for 47 and a touchdown. So he is closing in on a couple of 100 yards total offense. Just a shade through one half. Bain with a couple of big runs in that last drive that the Eagles had. He ends up with 60 rushing yards. And Vanderveen had the 60-yard reception on the opening drive, and he has 88 receiving yards to lead the Eagles so far. On the Rams side, Vandenhout has 79 passing yards and 39 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Ahern has 26 on the ground from his running back spot. And the time of possession, which we talked about earlier, is going to be a big factor in this game. Can you keep Rockford off the field? Well, so far so good. Hudsonville, 13.5 minutes of possession compared to 9.5 minutes of possession for Rockford. So here we go. Eagles with a 3-point lead as we get set for quarter number 3. And it's going to be Rockford getting the ball first, and if you're the kicking team for Hudsonville, you've got to really hone in on this return team. Jonathan Rohan Blanton has had 2 outstanding returns. One got all the way down into Hudsonville territory. The other one got near midfield. He wears number 2 on his back and will be standing at the 10-yard line. His teammate McLean is standing on the far side at about the 8-yard line. Might want to think of a little bit different strategy if you're the kicking team. Try to keep it away from the speedster on the near side. But a great defensive effort overall in the first half for Hudsonville. And the offense, again, did what they needed to do. They only had the one punt. And right now the difference is the field goal, 17-14. Eagles on top. Munoz with that 25-yard field goal. Could this come down to a kicker? Both teams have pretty good kickers. Munoz has a 32-yarder as his long this season. Burkholder also a good kicker on the other side. Here we go. Munoz will kick it off. He'll try a line drive. It'll be McLean this time at the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Tries to get outside to the 25 and beelines out near the 30. So not too bad that time for. There is a penalty flag though, so we will see if there's going to be additional yardage added onto that. Well, each team has taken its turn going back and forth with the lead in this one. Eagles able to use the last 3 minutes of the opening half to go down and get on the scoreboard. Now the officials still trying to sort this one out. And it looks like the Eagles are the team that will be walking the way they don't want to walk. So it's going to be tacked on to the end, personal foul.
Kick team number 7.
So a personal foul, an unnecessary roughness penalty will be tacked on, and so the field position will be pretty good after the run back and the penalty. So first down at the 45. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for Rockford. After we run this first play, Ahern, the running back, up the middle, squeezes across the 50 and down into Hudsonville territory. Ryan Ahern, a junior running back. Mac Vandenhout, a senior. He's the quarterback. He was a wideout last year. And again, this is a very fast tempoed offense. They'll swing it out to McLean near side. Gets away from one tackle. Will get some positive yardage across the 45 to the 42. That's one thing that the Eagles did really well in the first half, is making the first tackle. That time it got past the first tackle and got to the second or third. Still the first down for the Rams. Ahern gets it, gets hit at the line, and he is going to be gang tackled right at the line, maybe a gain of a yard. Ahern will look to his right and left and have these wideouts, his teammates, McLean, Thompson, Rohan, Blanton, and Pitch are normally the 4 wideouts in this Rockford Rams offense. Gain of a yard, second down and 9 from the 41. Vandenhout, all sorts of time, now rolls out, comes back up the middle. He's going to get hit at the 50, down he goes. The time ran out. That's a coverage sack.
Vandenhout, the quarterback keeper.
Nice job by the Eagles defense, making sure none of those receivers came open, because Vandenhout had himself a whole lot of early time and then ran out of it. So the loss back to, they'll mark it at the 49. It'll be third down at about 17. So here's a big play for the Hudsonville defense. 3rd and 17. Man in motion, and then he stops in the backfield. Vandenhout looking to throw. Pressure from behind, gets hit as he throws it, and it is going to be knocked and tipped away. That pass was thrown probably a half tick before he wanted to because of the backside pressure that was put on. That's what made the play and allowed the backside defense to get into the position they were in to knock it away. So for the first time tonight, punt formation on 4th and 17. They did have the quick kick earlier. Wasn't from the full punt formation. This one is, pressure put on, but he gets it away. Good kick. It's going to be taken at the 15-yard line. That is going to be it. Smothered back there. But it'll be Hudsonville's football. 9:45 remaining third quarter. Hudsonville with the lead, 17-14. We'll have the football for the first time here in the third quarter.
1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Well, again, a win for the defense, especially after a 15-yard penalty on the kickoff. But it was that quarterback sack that made that drive stall for the Rockford Rams. Carr with a trips formation to the near side. Bain gets the handoff. Left side and tries to squirt through a hole, get a few yards. Bain did a really good job of starting to find some holes during the latter part. So Carr right now has more yards passing and rushing, so total yards, than all of Rockford's total offense. So that is the type of game that Trey Carr has had so far. And again, the game plan has really been focused on Carr, his legs and his arm. Early on, it was really his legs. Now it's Bain doing a lot of the running. Reardon with the quick hitter out to the far side. It's across the 20. Just a short gain, though, as the Rams converge. They're going to mark it at the 21. So a 3rd and 2 deep in your own end. Remember the opening drive here tonight where Hudsonville was able to convert on 3 long 3rd down conversions. This will be a short one, but a big one early here in the 3rd. 3rd and 2. Will it be another Carr quarterback keeper? Maybe a quarterback draw, but it looks like the Rams are stacking up the middle a lot more. And again, they look like they changed the defense up a bit late in that second quarter with a spy on Carr. That's why Bain found some openings. So they'll have to read this defense. Bain standing to the right of Carr. They need 2 yards on 3rd down. Carr's going to throw for it. Pressure put on. Throws it across the middle, and it's incomplete. Again, the pressure made him throw it a little bit quicker than he wanted to. A little bit surprised that they went for that play, that they maybe had a run in mind, but that's what the defense was looking like. So the call was to go for that play, and didn't work. 3rd down and 2 becomes now 4th down and 2. So Elijah Vanderveen back to punt it away. Each team's defense with a nice stop here in the 3rd quarter. Vanderveen, oh, there's a flag down. We'll see what that is about. It could be interesting. And a good kick as Vanderveen will get a good Hudsonville roll. And it will continue to roll down to the 31-yard line. But what is the flag all about?
32-yard line, penalty flag thrown on the play.
Looks like multiple flags. There was a flag early and then a flag down at the 45-yard line as well. Now remember, it was 4th down and 2. So any penalty against Rockford that was during the original play, not after the play, could result in Hudsonville keeping the ball. But right now, the officials are still talking things over. They're going over to the Rockford sideline. And that probably means it's a Hudsonville penalty, and they're asking whether they want to have a re-kick or not, if they want to accept a penalty. And if you're Rockford, you probably want Hudsonville to kick it again if it's against the Eagles, because the Eagles got a pretty nice roll.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Illegal formation, kick team. Illegal block in the back. Receive team. Penalties will offset.
So the offset, they will have to do it again anyway. So that probably benefits Rockford, but that block in the back really does hurt them, because if they would have had just the illegal formation, 5-yard walk back and another punt, really might have changed the field position game a lot. So Vanderveen again, 4th and 2, standing inside his 10-yard line. 1 man deep for Rockford. High snap. Vanderveen gets it back and gets it away. And it's going to go out of bounds on the far side. We'll see how much real estate is lost in the penalties. Looks like you're going to mark it right at the 50, so not a lot.
Irvine's punt carries to the 50-yard line.
Lost about 5 yards on the exchange, but the 50-yard line is where the Rams will start out first and 10.
From the 50.
So second offensive possession of the half. 7:46 remaining in the quarter. Hudsonville leading by 3, 17-14. Quarterback keeper up the middle. The linebackers smell it and read it well. Vandenhout with a short gain. But that linebacking core doing a really nice job of sticking right in the middle. Josh Rosen really doing a good job.
Play 2nd down and 7 for the Rams.
Gain of 3, 2nd down, 7. Ahern will get it, but they'll stop the play. Flags flying just as the ball was being snapped.
Dead ball. False start.
False start will cost the offense 5.
5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So it'll mark it back into Ram territory to the 48-yard line. Second down and a dozen for Rockford. Vandenhout to McLean. McLean gets it, and he is immediately swarmed. Again, the Eagles really doing a good job of staying home,
Stop there.
making the initial stop.
Loss on the play.
That's another loss of a yard. So 3rd down and 13. So with a second straight drive, another big 3rd down and long for both sides. 6.5 remaining in the 3rd. Hudsonville 17, Rockford 14. Vandenhout, play action. Pressure coming from the backside, throws it to the near sideline, wide open and caught on the sideline. And this could go all the way, and it does. So a mistake made in the secondary, and the touchdown is made.
Complete to Jack Lockwood for the touchdown.
That was Jonathan Rohan Blanton on the receiving end. And that one goes for 50-plus yards. So Rohan Blanton from Vandenhout. The extra point on the way, and it is good. So on a big 3rd and long, that was a huge play.
Remaining in the 3rd quarter, Rockford 21, Hudsonville 17.
So the biggest play of the game for Rockford will put the Rams back on top, 21-17.
Premier dealership for all the latest cars, trucks, and SUVs, full sales and service. J&H Family Stores selling. Celebrating 50
just
years
lost him. Rohan Blanton
West Michigan since 1969.
was open in just enough time for Vandenhout. He was hit from the backside just as he released. It was just the perfect timing, and they were able to connect. Rohan Blanton, the senior, from Vandenhout, the senior, and a 50-plus for the lead. 21-17 Rockford. Burkholder to kick it off. Eagles will run it back from the 10 to the 15 to the 20 and to the 25 and stacked up there, and that's where Hudsonville's offense will start out.
The kickoff for Hudsonville. Stopped there by number 12 for the Rams.
So a little deflated on the near sideline, but a lot of game to be played here. And you knew that there would be a big play here or there. There just had to be with both sides. Eagles have made a couple of big plays on their side, and you knew that Rockford had it in them as well, and they do it. Vandenhout to Rohan Blanton. So now Trey Carr will lead the troops back out. First down at the 25 on the near hash mark. Hand off to Blaine to the 30.
Drew Bain, your ball carrier.
Drew Bain.
Stop there by number 45, Richard Beeson.
Bain starting to grind out some pretty good yardage for his crew here tonight. Give him 6 yards, second down and 4. Ball to 31. 5.5 remaining in the third. Swing it out, left side. First down to the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50-yard line, and there's a nice big play on the swing pass to Vanderveen as Vanderveen goes over 100 yards receiving for the game. He had the 60-yard connection on the opening drive. That's his second largest catch of this one, and they'll mark him out right at midfield. First down and 10 Hudsonville. Rockford leading 21-17, 5-10 and counting remaining in the third.
Drew Bain, your ball carrier.
Hand off to Bain.
Taken down there by number 6, Ryan Ahern.
Ahern on defense, plays
3
both
yards
ways.
on the play,
Running
second
back
down
on
and 7.
offense. Linebacker on defense, makes the spinning tackle after a couple of yards gained. Give him 3, second and 7. Stack the 3 wideouts on the near side. Carr with a quarterback draw. Across the 45 down to the 43. He'll gain 3 yards.
Taken down there by number 33, Kobe Weston.
So third down and 4 coming up for Hudsonville.
Third down and 4 for the Eagles.
This is an important drive coming off the long pass touchdown play from the Rockford Rams. An answer here would be huge from the offense, but they would need to convert here on third down and 4 from the Rams 44. Man in motion, Reardon. They'll hand it off in the middle to Bain, and he will be close but short. Oh, big decision coming up now for the Hudsonville sideline. They're going to mark him at the 41. He needs the 40. Actually, it's even inside the 41. It's a half yard short. It'll be 4th down and a half yard to go at the 3.5-minute mark of the third, down by 4. Going for it. Carr and Bain in the backfield with a slot left. Fake the handoff. Oh, he's hit at the line, and it is going to be really, really close. I don't think he got there. Depends on the spot. No, he didn't get the yard line. And they turn it over on downs. The first time all night
take the turnover on downs.
That there has not been positive yardage on that play.
On their own 41-yard line.
That was the old mesh play, the hand, when maybe it should have been just a straight-up run, but the Rams defense will hold and turn it over on downs. Big defensive stop on 4.5 yard to go. And here comes the Rams offense again. And they will throw on first down and throw it deep. And they've got a man out there, but it's tipped and incomplete and almost picked off. Vanderveen jumped in front.
Brody Thompson. Broken up there by number 1 for Hudsonville.
Thompson, the intended receiver. Vanderveen almost looked like he had better position to try to grab that one. Clock stopped at 2:59 remaining in the third. 21-17. Rockford on top. Second down and 10. Rams have it at their own 40. Vandenhout flips it out to Ahern. He works and wins his way close to a first down on a nice run. Gets it near the 50-yard line.
Stop Stopped there by number 10, Chase Chola.
Mark him at the 49. So now the Eagles are going to have to come up with some defensive wizardry. 3rd down and 1, and a first down.
Vandenhout on the quarterback.
Vandenhout's quarterback keeper gains just enough to move the sticks, and the drive continues with 2.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd. First down and 10 at the 47. Pitch in motion, fake the jet sweep, run it to the right side. Quarterback Vandenhout will have 10 yards, maybe 11 or 12. They'll move the chains, so the Rams offense starting to gear it up a little bit as we tick it down to the 2-minute mark of the 3rd. Rams have scored the only points here of the 3rd. A long touchdown pass from 55 yards, leading at 21-17. Ahern the handoff, hit by linebackers as he gets to the 31-yard line.
Ryan Ahern, your ball carrier.
So a gain of 4.
Reardon.
2nd down and 6 for Rockford.
2nd down and 6 for the Rams from the Hudsonville 31-yard line.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to need themselves a stop. Don't want to fall a couple of scores behind heading into the 4th quarter. McLean in motion. Vandenhout out to the near flat. Quick catch, but a quick tackle. But it should be enough for the first down. It is.
Complete to number 81,
Joseph Pitch has been pretty solid tonight. The senior wideout with another catch. Move the chains inside the 25, marked at the 24. First down and 10, Rockford, under a minute to play here in quarter number 3. Rams 21, Hudsonville 17. Vandenhout calling the signals and stops and changes it up as wideouts actually change positions over on that far side. Quick snap, a throw on the seam, wide open, caught inside the 15, inside the 10, and into the end zone for a touchdown. That was pretty easy.
Touchdown.
And then a late flag comes in. Thompson with the catch.
Brody Thompson
caught it on the seam, and that was
at the end of the touchdown.
A nice change of play at the line. They flip-flopped the receivers over on that far side, and they saw something that they liked. Got Thompson open.
Touchdown stands. Personal foul.
And there's a personal foul on the back end.
The penalty will be assessed.
And it will be assessed on the kickoff. So that's a big touchdown. And the extra point is up and good.
Extra point is good. 22 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Rockford 28, Hudsonville 17. With Janie Riley.
So Vandenhout with a couple of big touchdown passes here in this 3rd quarter.
To the press box, please.
And it's 28-17. And this is the first time all game that one team has scored back-to-back without the flip-flop, the seesawing of scoring. And a 3rd quarter that Rockford's defense has to feel pretty good about as well. A stop on 4th down and a half-yard to go. And the offense
Your marketing needs are one simple source.
Getting a 3rd down and long touchdown from 50-plus yards. And then a nice drive for their 2nd touchdown here of the 3rd quarter.
Burkholder's set to kick off for
so 28-17 Rockford. Final 22 seconds of the 3rd. Burkholder will tee it up and kick it off with the 15-yard penalty. He should be able to kick this one about a mile and a half, and he does. So Hudsonville's offense will come out.
First and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
And now they know they're down by a couple of possessions. They're going to have to go down and make sure that they get some points this time. Put some pressure back on the Rockford sideline. Rockford with 116 total yards this half. Hudsonville only 36. Boy, what a difference between the halves. Here's Bain to the outside, the 30, 35, first down.
Drew Bain, your ball carrier.
Yeah, Drew Bain finding some nice room on the near sideline for a first down run.
First down for the Eagles. First and 10 from their own 40-yard line.
First down 10 for Hudsonville at the 40. Clock stopped, 14 seconds remaining. Third quarter here in Hudsonville. Bain again, this time nowhere to go.
Drew Bain, your ball carrier.
He was smothered up front by the front part of that line. Lost a couple of yards. That's going to be the final play of the third quarter. A third quarter that the Rockford Rams have to feel pretty good about. 2 touchdowns in the third to go from a 3-point deficit into a 28-17 lead heading to the fourth. We'll head to the fourth quarter. It's Rockford 28 and Hudsonville 17. You are watching this partnership from the Hudsonville Athletic Department and WCET-TV here on the Hudsonville Sports Network.
Don't forget Jets Pizza, proud sponsor of Hudsonville Athletics and the Athletic Boosters. Jets Pizza is locally owned and operated and truly does appreciate all your support. Be sure to check out Jets Pizza after the game right here on Baldwin Street. Remember, life is short. Eat better pizza.
Final 12 minutes here in Hudsonville. Eagles down 28-17. Third down and 12. Carr looking to throw. Deep near sideline and out of bounds. Overthrew his receiver who falls into the bench on this near side. That was Reardon who came over. A flag flies. Not sure if it might have been a late push out of bounds. Let the officials decide that, but the first play of quarter number 4. 2 touchdowns in the third quarter, both from Rockford to grab a 28-17 lead.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 30.
So an unnecessary roughness call. That's going to be a first down. They'll mark it into Rockford territory. So mark it at the 47-yard line. First and 10 for the Eagles.
At the Ram 47-yard line.
Clock stopped at 11:54 remaining. 28-17 Rockford. Carr with the play. Ball sitting on the Eagle insignia. Carr back to throw. Deep ball near sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. Vanderveen was wrestling on the near sideline with the defender.
Intended for Vanderveen falls incomplete.
Austin Harvey out there with
Harvey back there for the
nice
Rams.
defense.
So second down and 10.
Bring up second down and 10.
For the Eagles.
Now Rockford will finish up their final 2 games with Jenison and then a showdown with Caledonia. Those 2 teams are presently undefeated and ranked 2nd and 3rd in Division I. As Carr keeps it up the middle, has room to the 40, the 40, the 35, and just about squeaks away and has a first down. Gain of a dozen and moves the chains.
First down for the Eagles. 1st and 10 from the Rockford 33.
Final 2 games for the Eagles at East Kentwood next week, and then at home against Grand Haven in 2 weeks. Carr with the handoff and nothing doing as Bain goes down and loses a yard.
Loss by number 44, Seagard. Yards lost on
so here in the second half, there have been 3 tackles for loss, where in the first half there weren't any. A little bit of an adjustment for the Rockford defense. They've been able to key on Carr and Bain and been able to get to them a few times. 2nd down and 12. And whistles will stop play. Timeout, Rockford. So the Rams will stop the clock at 10:50 remaining. Rockford leading at 28-17.
Sponsors Outdoorsman Pro Shop, providing full sales and service on all your fishing, hunting, and self-defense needs. MI Flooring Choice, Hudsonville alum Ken Naderville will help you find your perfect carpet.
So starting play tonight in the OK Red, Rockford and Caledonia were each 4-0 coming in. Overall, they were each 6-0, so those are the only undefeated teams remaining. Granville, East Kentwood, and Hudsonville in the league were all 2-2, so a logjam between those 3 teams. Jenison and West Ottawa 1-3, and then Grand Haven is 0-4 in league play. The interesting thing, though, is in the playoff position in Division I. Rockford, Caledonia, Granville, and East Kentwood. So 4 teams were in the top 32. And again, you don't go by wins anymore. It's not 6 and you're in. It's playoff points. And the OK Red is so darn tough, and you can gather so many playoff points that there will be 4 teams get in, maybe more. And you might even see a team with a game under 500 have a chance to get in Division I, depending on what happens elsewhere around the state. So you keep playing them, and an important 3 weeks for Hudsonville to wrap up the schedule. Big play here, 2nd and 12. Carr with the quarterback draw to the 30, still on his feet near the 25, and the ball is loose. And was he down or not? They're going to talk it over. This is a big decision. Was he down or not down? The ball came loose late. Rockford thinks they have recovered a fumble. Hudsonville thinks that Carr was down. And the ruling,
the runner's elbow was down.
He was down.
At the 26-yard line.
That is a very large play. And by large, I mean game-saving type play. 10:40 remaining. And now it's 3rd down and 3. That's a tough call in real time. The Rams are trying to hold him up and knock the ball away, and the elbow went down. So 3rd and 3 from the 26. Definitely 4-down territory. Couple of chances to get it. Low snap. Quick throw knocked down. So we will see the 4th down.
Deflected at the line of scrimmage. Ball's incomplete.
So for the 2nd time in the last couple of possessions, the Hudsonville coaching staff will have to call a 4th down play. The last one was a definite run on 4th and a half yard. They did not get it. This is 4th and 3, and it could be either or. 3 straight incompletions now for Trey Carr. He'll need one here or a run to keep this drive alive. Big play, 4th and 3. Ball on the 26. 10:08 remaining. Rockford 28, Hudsonville 17. Bain standing to the left of Carr from the gun. Pressure put on up the middle. The throw is over the middle. Caught! Touchdown! Vanderveen with the score. 26-yard touchdown. Oh, what a big play on fourth down. 26-yard connection. Vanderveen from Carr. That just looped over a defender into the arms of his favorite receiver, and just as Carr was being hit with the pressure coming up the middle, he was able to unload. And that's the biggest play of the game so far for the offense on fourth down. And then a penalty on the back end will be enforced on the kickoff. Oh, big play, gutsy play on fourth down. Carr to Vanderveen, 26 yards. And a ton of time left in this game. Munoz normally would come in right now and kick an extra point, but probably go for two, trying to get to within three to maybe give Munoz a chance to kick a field goal later to tie it. We'll see. So they'll line up to go for two. Maybe they'll take it over to the near hash mark. That's what they're going to do. So they've got the play that they like on this hash mark. Carr will have Bain with him. Reardon near side. Vanderveen far side. Man in motion. Hand it to Reardon. He's going to throw it into the end zone, and it's going to be picked off. So no conversion. So they tried a little trickery on the two-point conversion, and it did not work.
By the Eagles is no good.
So 28-23.
In the game. Rockford 28, Hudsonville 23. Mercantile Bank, as a local bank with local Hudsonville employees, want to support our community. And
so 10 minutes and 3 seconds remaining, a 5-point game.
Hudsonville Eagles official family travel concierge. Hudsonville football tonight, vacation tomorrow.
Thought for a moment that Reardon was going to run for it, but he thought that he had his man open in the backside of the end zone. But the Rams defense was able to step in front, grab hold of that two-point conversion. Eagles still know that they're going to have to score. But now they know they're going to have to score a touchdown in order to grab hold of a lead before this one's all said and done. 28-23. And again, they will take that penalty on the touchdown and kick off from the Rockford 45. Do you kick it deep and out of the end zone just so they can't return it? Or maybe do you try something sneaky here and try to get the ball back in a hurry? Try something onside. Munoz approaches and unloads it. So that'll go out of the end zone. And Rockford will bring the offense back onto the field.
Rockford will take over. First and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Well, it's been a while since Rockford has been in a game. I mean, their last close game was really in week 2 when they beat Mona Shores 31-27. They've pretty much had their way since. Quarterback keeper, uh-oh, watch out. He's going to be gone. 40, 50, 40. Is anybody going to catch him? The 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, 80 yards for the touchdown. That didn't take long.
Quarterback keeper for the 80-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, there's the second big play of the night. This time the legs of Vandenhout. And there's your answer right there from Rockford. Well, that opened up, and then you saw the speed. Vandenhout had to do a little weaving in the last 15 or 20 yards to stay away from a possible catch from behind. Extra point is up and good.
9:49
So
remaining.
35-23.
35, Hudsonville 23.
So no doubt about it, Vandenhout is over 100 yards rushing. And the numbers that were kind of skewed toward Hudsonville in the first half are starting to rotate the other way here in the second half in favor of the Rockford offense. Well, still, again, a lot of time left in this one, so still quite a few possessions left in this game. And the Hudsonville offense knows that they pretty much do need to go down and score every time. But they were able to pound it in last time. We'll see if they can do it again. And another kickoff into the end zone.
Burkholder's kickoff.
Burkholder has a really solid leg. He's really going to stop almost any special teams run backs just because he can get it into the end zone. Pretty good weapon to have. So the Eagles will start at the 20-yard line. Can they match the Rams? 9:49 remaining here in the fourth. Three wideouts to the near side. Bain, the running back. He's closing in on 100 yards. He lost a couple of yards earlier on in a run when he needed about 5 or 6. So he's closing in on a 100-yard rushing game. Gains 4. So second down and 6 from the 24. 9.5 remaining. 35-23. Rockford with the lead. Kyer again on the quarterback keeper. First down across the 30 to the 33.
Trey Carr on the quarterback keeper. Stop there by number 92, Bassham. First down for the Eagles. First and 10 from their own 33.
Reardon, Dykstra, and Robertson are the wideouts to the right of Trey Carr. He's going to roll to that side. Throw, and it's caught at the 45-yard line.
Carr's pass complete to Reardon.
Reardon immediately brought down, but another first down.
Harvey. First down for the Eagles.
Up to the 47-yard line.
First and 10 from their own 47.
Clock winding down, 8.5 remaining. 35-23. Rams on top. Couple of big plays here in this second half. Quick hitter to the near side. Not a whole lot there for Robertson.
Pass complete to Robertson.
Give him a yard on the play.
Number 6, Ahern.
Ball at the 47.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
Carr now with 80 yards rushing on 16 carries. So Carr with 80. Bain closing in on 100. Vandenhout on the other side of the field has 100, or closing in on that after an 80-yard run on his last scamper. 7:35, clock continuing to tick. Second down. Carr looking to throw. Now he tucks and he throws it anyway across the middle. Vanderveen has it, bobbles it, And did he haul that in? Yeah, he did. He lost his towel that he had, but he's able to bobble and catch. Nice hands for Eli Vanderveen. And a first down to the 32. I'll make that the 37, the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. 7-11. Carr now over 200 passing yards. Clock is going to start to become a factor in this, down to 7 minutes remaining. Carr's going to throw it deep, nobody's there. That'll stop the clock at 6:52 remaining. 35-23, Rockford on top.
For the Eagles.
Bring up 2nd down and 10. Hudsonville led this at halftime, 17-14. The only score of the 3rd quarter, 2 of them from Rockford. Swing pass, far side, quick catch. And Carson Dykstra makes the grab. Again, a short gain.
Stopped there by number 4, Stauffer.
Maybe a yard. 3rd down and 9.
Gain on the play, 3rd down and 10.
Ball at the 37-yard line with 6.5 minutes remaining. Pressure. Oh, nice play call. Screen up the middle. The 30, the 25, and a first down.
Carr's pass complete to Bain.
Bain on the receiving end. Boy, that was a perfectly called play. They had everybody pinning their ears back and coming at him. Of course, they let them do that, but that was well executed by the offensive line. First down, Hudsonville. 6 minutes remaining. First down and 10. Carr with the out to the sideline and caught inside the 20. Robertson with the catch.
By number 34, Isaac Poot.
Markham at the 19. Again, the clock continues to roll. 5.5 remaining. 2nd down and 4. Eagles need a couple of scores here if they're going to upset the Rams here tonight. Pressure's going to come. Carr gets rid of it toward the end zone. Nobody there.
Carr's pass.
So that'll stop the clock at the 5:19 mark.
Brings up 3rd down.
Bring up a 3rd down and 4. At the 10-minute mark of this 4th quarter, the Eagles had clawed to within 28-23. But one offensive play later, Vanderhout 80 yards later, made it 35-23, and that's where we are. 5:19 remaining. 3rd down and 4. Quarterback draw. Ooh, nothing there. He has stood up right at the line, maybe even lost a yard. Rams read that one pretty well. Here's another big 4th down play coming up.
4th down for Hudsonville.
Really not big. It is really large. Going to have to keep this drive alive. 4th down and 6. Ooh, Carr got him to jump. That's a big play. 4th and 6 or 4th and 1. I'll take 4th and 1 anytime.
Dead ball. Offsides. Defense number 93. 5-yard penalty.
So that's a nice play by Carr because that opens things up a little bit. Allows you, even if they apply a little pressure, and if it's a broken play, you still have a chance to pick up the first down. So 4th and 1. They had a 4th and a half yard in the 3rd quarter, did not get that half yard. It was stopped. We'll see what the play call is here. Big call from the sideline. 4th and 1. Trips to the left. Carr and Bain in the backfield. Pressure up the middle. Carr will throw it, and it is going to be incomplete. The receiver thought he caught it, That's Raridan. Raridan thought he caught it. The official says otherwise. It's a little bit low. And that will turn it over on downs with 4:45 remaining. So the official thought he saw it skip off the turf. And that will turn it back over to the Rams offense. And that's a big stop. So the Rams can use a little time now. The Eagles are going to have to use their timeouts here on defense with 4:45 remaining. Handoff up the middle. Not much there. Ahern, the running back. Not much there. Timeout Hudsonville. That'll be the first of 3. Stop the clock at 4:40.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to recognize our boys tennis team, OK Red Conference champions, along with being crowned the regional champions the other day.
A big thank you to all of you watching tonight here on our live stream from Eagle Stadium. We will be back in 2 weeks when Grand Haven will be the opponent in the season finale, at least the regular season finale. These live streams, a partnership between Hudsonville Athletics and WCET-TV. And we'll be continuing this throughout the basketball season as well. Much thanks to Mitchell Norris and Ben Grossclose on crew here tonight. And now the Hudsonville defense will try to get a stop on 2nd down and 9. Try to keep the clock from winding down on them. Vandenhout rolling out, throwing deep, and it's going to be knocked away. Nice defense, and a Raridan coming across to knock it away. That helps because that stops the clock. 4:34 remaining. So the there's a penalty flag at about the 18-yard line. Raridan made a nice play cutting across. He really had to put the jets on to recover, get in front and knock that down.
Downfield, offense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Now they're going to call illegal man. I might rather have taken the play and had the 3rd down play, but guess maybe not an option.
The penalty was declined.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, you want those downs. Roll those downs. Got to get the ball back. 4:34 remaining, and the downs are now 3rd down and 9. So 3rd down, this is a huge play. There's still time. Still 2 timeouts because the incomplete pass stopped the clock. Vandenhout, pressure up the middle. Oh, it's going to be almost picked. Oh, my goodness, that would have been huge. It was tipped and just fell to the turf. But it does bring up 4th down.
4th down for Rockford.
So good defensive stand for the Eagles. Carson Dykstra is going to be deep. See if the Eagles can do something special on special teams. He's waiting at the 50-yard line. Short line drive. Ooh, Dykstra hit it off his hands. He's going to have to hurry. Oh, no. It hits him, and it's going to be recovered by Rockford inside the 20-yard line.
Vandenhout's punt. Touched there by Hudsonville, recovered by the Rams. Rockford will take over 1st and 10.
Ah, that's too bad. He wanted to make a play. That's
Matthew Lawrence.
Just went up in the air. It took a big hop off the turf.
Please report down to the track.
Tried to hop up the ladder to grab it.
Matthew Lawrence down to the track to see Mr. Creek, please.
Just trickled off his hands, and that's unfortunate. So Rockford will have the ball again. 4:15 remaining. Ahern will go right up the gut, get stood up
Ahern,
at the 11.
Timeout, Hudsonville.
Eagles will call their second timeout with
Stop number
4:08
14,
remaining.
Robertson.
Now, if you just tuned in, Hudsonville took a 7-0 lead early. Carr with a 1-yard touchdown run, but 3 big third down conversions on that opening drive kept it going. Vandenhout with a 9-yard touchdown run to equal it in the first quarter, 7-all. Munoz with a field goal midway through the second quarter made it 10-7 Hudsonville. Rockford took the lead 14-10 on a Vanderhout 7-yard touchdown run. Hudsonville took the halftime lead 17-14. Carr to Reardon on a 9-yard touchdown pass. But the third quarter, it was Rockford coming up with a couple of big plays. A 55-yard touchdown pass to make it 21-17 to Rohan Blanton. And then with 22 seconds remaining, Vandenhout again, 22-yard touchdown pass to Thompson to make it 28-17 heading into the fourth. Here's a second down run to the 10-yard line, to the near side, to the 5, and a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Able to get to the
Rockford,
pylon.
Ryan Ahern on the carry for the touchdown.
And there is a flag.
Penalty flag thrown on the touchdown run.
This one might come back.
Holding.
Yep,
Offense
so
number
take the
1.
touchdown off the board. This
See
one
y'all penalty
will
to
come
the
back.
spot. Replay the down.
So a break for the Hudsonville defense. In the fourth quarter, at the 10-minute mark, Hudsonville pulled to within 28-23. Carr found Vanderveen for a 26-yard touchdown on a fourth down play, but then one play later, an 80-yard touchdown run from Vanderhout made it 35-23, and that is where we stand. Here's a throw out to the far side, and a quick catch and a quick tackle. Nice spinning tackle over there on that far side.
Thompson. Stopped there by number 10.
And a
Chase
timeout
Chippick.
called by Hudsonville with 3:52, and that'll be it for
That is the
timeouts.
final timeout.
Third and final timeout. That last penalty that took the 6 points off the board, 50 penalty yards tonight for the Rockford Rams. So 3:52 remaining, 35-23. It's going to be third down and 13 from the 20-yard line. Just a couple of big second half plays, really the difference in this one. The 80-yard touchdown run, obviously, but I think the one that was really the backbreaker was that fourth down. Able to connect on actually a third down. It was a third and long in the third quarter, about the 6-minute mark. Rohan Blanton caught it. Went 55 yards to make it 21-17. That kind of turned the tide just a little bit. A little reverse to the far side. And that is going to get inside the 5. That's going to be close to the end zone.
Touchdown.
And it is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Rockford, Alex McLean on the carry for the touchdown.
So McLean on the reverse. And that will just about put the wraps on this one with 3:44 remaining. Burkholder in for the extra point attempt. And it is good.
Burkholder's extra point is good. 3:44 remaining. Rockford 42. Hudsonville 23.
So 42-23. Rockford on top with 3:44 remaining. Hudsonville out of timeouts. Two big offensive plays. That special teams muff on the punt. And this, when people look at the score, are going to say, just another Rockford win, another game. But this really was a battle here tonight. The Eagles of Hudsonville gave them a battle, and it was a chance with 10 minutes remaining for this one to come right down to the wire. But a tip of the cap to Rockford. They made the plays when they needed to, and they are going to stay unbeaten and have a chance to win the OK Red. They're going to have a showdown with Caledonia in a couple of weeks. They've got to get through Jenison next week, and then they will be at Caledonia. That will be a good game. Kickoff into the end zone.
Burkholder's kickoff carries into the end zone. Hudsonville will take
Rockford
over
with 366 total yards.
20-yard line.
Hudsonville with 405. So Hudsonville again had skewed pretty much in the first half toward Hudsonville in total yards. Rockford has come back to get closer, but still the Eagles offensively have more yards. Albeit Rockford has had some short fields that they worked with. So they haven't had all those fields to work with in terms of getting more real estate. But the yardage numbers are going to be very, very close, and we'll see what the Eagles are able to do with this drive. 3:44 remaining, down 42-23. Carr will go with an empty backfield on first down. He's looking deep, and it's incomplete. Popped away at the very last second.
Carr's pass intended for Reardon.
Reardon was out
Broke
there.
Up there by number 15. Brookstrom.
Just couldn't get it quite to him, and it was popped away.
Second down and 10 for Hudsonville.
3:38 to play. Second and 10 from the 20. The Eagles have two very important games coming up. Next week is a really big one at East Kentwood. And then they'll finish at home with Grand Haven. As Carr looks to throw, and he overthrows his man on the near side. Now you're saying, how would those games be large? Well, I'm telling you that there is still a really legitimate shot that a team under 500 from the OK Red could make the playoffs. Depends on all the playoff points. But those last two games, depending on how other teams do against other opponents, there is still a shot that one of those teams is going to make the tournament. So you're going to have to play those last two games and see. There's a deep ball incomplete, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Reardon falls incomplete. Brings up fourth down for Hudsonville.
3:28 left on the clock here in Hudsonville. 42-23, Rockford. So a 4th and 10. Try to keep this drive going. Four wide, two on each side. Carr to the sideline. It's caught, but a little bit short of the first down. I think they're going to mark him at the 20. Oh, wait a minute. Left foot, right foot. Which foot's going to be the marker? Oh, they're going to give him the first down. Just got to the 30. Robertson was just able to reach that ball across the 30 to keep the drive alive. Nice job, Gage Robertson. He needed every inch of that reach, and he was able to do it. 1st and 10 at the 30. Again, going empty backfield and 5 wide. Carr again just firing deep. Coming back, oh, they pulled him. Yep, there's the flag. That was an easy call. Dykstra saw that the ball was going to be short, and so he was coming back, and the defender just grabbed hold, so that was an easy flag flying.
Number 15. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
So 15-yard penalty will be another first down.
Ball's now marked at the Hudsonville 45.
Sometimes those are the best throws when they're short and the receiver comes back and the defender really is not sure where that ball's going to be, and the defender reaches out and grabbed hold. So they'll walk it off and mark it at the 45. The 4 wideouts go to the far side. Reardon's the lone wideout to the near side. It's going to be toward Reardon. He's got it on the seam, left side to the 30, down to the 25, and finally brought down at the 20. Reardon had the single coverage on the near side, and Carr was able to pick it up right off the line. Nice throw, nice catch. First down, Hudsonville.
First down for the Eagles. First and 10 from Rockford 21.
And it looks like a timeout called, and has to be Rockford because Hudsonville doesn't have any.
Timeout called by the Rams.
So the Rams call a timeout with 3:07 remaining, 42-23. Rockford with the lead. So Carr right now 273 passing yards. And those total yards are probably inching up toward the 450 mark for Hudsonville. Well, if they're going to score any more points in this game, they're going to be closing in on a 500 total yard game before it's all said and done. So with 3:07 remaining, 42-23. Carr looking toward the end zone, and it is going to be broken up in the far corner of the end zone. And for those of you watching on our live stream, we apologize for the absence of our video. It is timed out, I believe. So we'll continue on with the audio portion here. You'll be able to hear the play-by-play. We apologize for that. 3 minutes remaining, 42-23, Rockford on top. Eagles driving down the field, trying to get some more points. Second down and 10. They have it at the 22-yard line of Rockford. So Carr, again, lining up with an empty backfield. Trips to the right, 2 to the left, and he's going to keep it himself. Quarterback draw. He's got it to the 50, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Carr.
Touchdown.
22-yard touchdown run for Trey Carr.
21-yard touchdown run.
So with 2:55 remaining, Carr on the quarterback draw from 22 yards out. And the Eagles punch it in here in the final few minutes of this fourth quarter. .100 rushing yards for Carr and a couple of touchdowns on the ground for the senior quarterback for the Eagles. And they're going to go for 2. So in the middle of the field, Carr lines up, empty backfield. Man in motion, that's Bain left to right. Carr looking left, and they'll stop the play. The officials stop it with flags. It's 42-29. So again, going for 2 here with 2:55 remaining. No timeouts remaining for Hudsonville. Had to use them on defense. And this is a penalty against Hudsonville, so they will have to try this 2-point conversion from 5 yards back. .255 remaining, 42-29. Rockford with the lead. Hudsonville led this game at halftime. A couple of big second half plays from the Rams, able to get them into the lead and keep them in the lead. Carr gets the snap, starts left, stops there, goes right, now goes all the way and throws it into the end zone. It's caught! 2-point conversion is good. Carson Dykstra with the catch right in the V of Hudsonville in the end zone. So the 2-point conversion pass makes it 42-31. So 42-31 with 2:55 remaining. Onside kick will be coming up here with 2:55. Stranger things have happened, folks. Get a couple of onside kicks, couple of long touchdowns, and you never know. So 42-31 after the 2-point conversion. The 31 points is the most any team has put up against Rockford this season. Mona Shores scored 27 in game 2. East Kentwood scored 20 a couple of weeks ago. Nobody has scored 30 or more, but 31 on the board for Hudsonville's offense. Munoz is going to tee it up at the 40 and try to onside kick. Down by 11 with 2:55 remaining. Ball is teed up right in the middle of the field, so between both hashes. He is on the far side, angled, and he puts his hands up. He's going to kick it to this near side. It bounces high in the air, and it's going to be recovered by Hudsonville. It took a high bounce at the 50-yard line, and one of the Eagles' good hands team jumped up and recovered it and just grabbed it. Oh, here we go. Eagles will have the ball with 2:55 remaining, down 42-31, and the ball is at the 45-yard line. Again, we apologize for no video. We're sticking with you with the audio here. 2:55 remaining, 42-31. First down and 10 Hudsonville. They've got it at the Rockford 45, going right to left in the home blues. Carr flares it out, caught on the right seam at the 40-yard line, falling down immediately after making the catch. That's Mason Dykstra with the catch. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Ball at the 39-yard line. Now the ball's on the right hash mark. Empty backfield for Carr. Clock running, 2:30 remaining. Carr in the gun. Back to throw, now rolling to the near side and looking. Throwing to the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete off the hands of the intended receiver, Robertson. Stops the clock with deuces, 2:22 remaining. Rockford 42, Hudsonville 31. 3rd and 4 upcoming for the Eagles at the Rockford 39. Carr getting a little breather as he gets the play called in from the sideline. Ball on the right hash. 2 wideouts to the short side of the field, the far side. 3 to the near side. Snap is back. Carr goes over the middle. It's going to be caught at the 25-yard line, immediately brought down there. That's Dykstra. First down at the 24-yard line. Clock down to 2:16. Eagles hurry to the line. They'll move the chains. Boy, these Eagles just will not quit. Now the clock starts again. 2:05 remaining. Trips left. 2 wideouts right. Carr And the officials stop the play before it can begin. Hudsonville with over 500 total yards. Carr with over 300 passing yards here tonight.
Remains first down.
So that'll cost them 5 with that penalty. And now the clock will start again, 1:53. They'd better hurry. They don't see the clock starting. Now it's down to 1:45. They still don't have the play calling. Now they do. 5 wideouts. Carr back to throw. Now he rolls out to the near side. Looks in toward the end zone. It's going to be intercepted at the 10-yard line. Nobody was there. He underthrew a couple of receivers who were down there. It was picked off, and that is going to put an end to this one with 1:30 remaining.
Rockford will take over 1st and 10.
And I believe that is the first turnover of the game. Second, the muff punt, not really a turnover, a muff, but this is the first real turnover in terms of the interceptions and fumbles. But kind of a desperation throw for Carr. Turns out to be the pick, 42-31. And now the Rams can just kneel it down a couple of times, and that will do it. So the Eagles are going to hit the road next week. Again, another large game at East Kentwood. Coming home for Grand Haven for their finale in 2 weeks. There's the first kneel down. And I think that Hudsonville can look at a lot of good things that came out of this game. Total yardage, over 500 total yards for the Eagles tonight. Even though there was some big plays in the second half for the Rams, Eagles had a pretty good defensive game plan in the first half especially, and I thought their tackling was good. Just a couple of back-breaking big plays in the second half that went the Rams' way. That third quarter kind of went back and forth in the early portions of it where nobody could do anything, and there's the last kneel down, and the clock shows 34 seconds, and it will tick down to the zeros, and then they will celebrate on the far sideline. For Rockford, the undefeated season will continue. Rams will improve to 7-0 overall, 5-0 in the OK Red. Hudsonville now will be 2-5 overall, 2-3 in the OK Red, heading into that big game with East Kentwood next week. And the final seconds tick off, and there are the zeros. Final score, 42-31.
On behalf of Hudsonville High School, I thank our guests.
So we'd
the Rockford Rams, along with the whole
want to get some final stats up for you here before we go off the air. Again, if you just tuned in, Hudsonville took a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Rockford came back to tie it at 7. A field goal early in the second quarter made it 10-7 Hudsonville. Rockford came back with a touchdown run to make it 14-10. But in the final minute of the first half, Hudsonville got themselves a touchdown pass to take a 17-14 lead into the locker room at halftime. And there you see the final statistics, thanks to Ben Grossclose and Mitchell Norris, and you see over 500 yards of total offense for the Eagles tonight. We're 300 passing, couple of hundred on the ground, and the total yards for Rockford, again, 360 plus, 200 on the ground. 80 of that 200 came on one run, and that was one of the big backbreakers in that second half. The two really big backbreaking plays in that second half was a 3rd and long 55-yard touchdown pass at the 6-minute mark of the third quarter that gave Rockford the lead for good. Well, no, actually, they took the lead for the first time in the second half, 21-17. It was Rohan Blanton getting the receiving end of that 3rd and long pass. And then Rockford ended up getting one more touchdown in that third quarter to make it 28-17. Hudsonville would pull to within 5 at the 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter, but then Vanderhout really put this thing away with an 80-yard touchdown run to make it 35-23. The Eagles never gave up, kept clawing back, got an onside kick recovery late, got the ball back, but couldn't score the final touchdown. Final score, 42-31 Rockford. That's going to wrap things up for us. Big thanks to Ben Grossclose on stats, Mitchell Norris on graphics tonight. Thanks to you for watching. Once again, the final score, Rockford 42 and Hudsonville 31. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Hudsonville Sports Network. Good night, everybody.